Welcome to the Rome campaign for Vidi Et Impera 1.2.5. In the last part we captured Jerusalem and we are now currently 3 turns on from the end of that video, simply because what I had to do is bring these armies back into Egypt in order for them to replenish and re-recruit, because we did lose a couple of units in the assault of Jerusalem. And what I also need to do is move this army up. And what I've got is another army coming up here. I don't know if this army was already moved. And I've got another army coming across, protected by these navies. Because, well, probably the best way to describe it is if we go strategic. If I go to, you can see virtually all of my enemies are up in this area here. We've got Nabatea down here who are currently neutral, but you can see Egypt and Saba come down here. So fighting through this lot is going to take a lot of armies, especially if we're going to have to fight and win every single battle. So this is going to have to be like a slow ratchet push up through. I mean, I would like to take out these main Egyptian settlements in this area here, but we're going to also have to push back Galatia, and of course we got Osroanine here, which is an independent state, because we need to get out to roughly this area here to get the final victory condition. But this is going to be a bit of a tough battle. There looks like there's a couple of armies hanging around there, and I still need to protect this kind of southeastern flank, because the Nabatea don't exactly like us that much. So that is the dilemma. You can see here we've opened up Jura there. In fact, just to show you the victory condition, we need to take here. It is affected. At the moment it's occupied by Colchis. I think we're also at war with Colchis, but I think it was originally Armenian type settlements as well. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to push these armies. I'm going to send this army up onto the edge, and we're going to go forward with 2 armies. I'd really like to take Salamis so that we can control, we'd have a naval control over this area. And what we're going to do is push this army up here. I want to go and say, well, I need to operate with absolutely total overwhelming force, which is what we're going to do. So we're just going to come in here and we're going to fight this battle. And you can see this army is looking pretty good, actually. I recruited a set of Judean slingers to improve the range of the missile troops as well. So, well, we're certainly going to fight in the fog and nice and dry. I'm kind of thinking our reinforcements are coming in from there. Let's put these guys back here. Oops, go away, steam. I'm kind of half thinking is, rather than go for a fairly standard pattern, they're probably going to come roaring out at us, so I'm going to have this here. Put the ballistas right behind, and I have 2 sets of levy slingers on this side, and have more ranged infantry there. What we're going to have is a couple of Tarentines there. I'm going to put a couple of cohorts over here, supported by that. In fact, what I'm going to do is bring these over as well, and then we're going to leave 1 unit. Actually, we're going to have these 2 units on this flank, as we got our reinforcements are coming in from that direction. Okay. I mean, there's a good chance they're going to come roaring out at us. So, and the idea is for
our reinforcements have
these to come in on this flank. These forces are going to come in on this flank.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yep. It was always in our favour. Oops. You can get the cab over here really quickly. Yeah, they're actually drawing in.
By your command, evocati, heavy infantry ready. Tarantine cavalry, riders.
Yeah.
Slingers, missiles awaiting targets.
Right, there comes the cab.
Levy slingers. Legators. Etiam.
Pretty sure they're moving pretty quickly. Yeah, they got heavy missile cab there.
Our general is under attack.
Obidiamus. And yours to command.
Right.
Ready. Access. Commander.
Bring these in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Swift riders at your command.
General.
Commander. At your service.
Bring these forces in.
Yours to command. Legionary cohort. We are at your command.
Tarantines in.
Melee infantry. Missiles awaiting targets. At your ready. Tarantine cavalry. Wait on my order. Run quickly now.
Pull these back.
Ready and waiting. Yours to command. Ready for orders. Equites. Tarantine cavalry. Legionary cavalry. Levy slingers.
You guys
Ready for duty.
One of our units has
fire
used all
these
its
up.
ammunition.
You fall back.
Melee troops awaiting orders. Eagle cohort. Romans ready for duty. Evocati. Tarantine cavalry. At your service. Equites. Riders.
Pull away.
Legionary cohort. Melee troops. General. Missile cavalry ready.
You keep pouring the fire into those.
Your orders. Victory for Rome. Eagle cohort.
Cohorts in.
Cohort. Tarantine cavalry.
You
Slingers. Elos.
keep shooting them in the back.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Cavalry, pull away.
Stood. Proud Romans. Levy slingers. Equites. Romans ready
Right, we
for
got
duty.
troops all over the battlefield at the moment, but we're going to be okay.
Orders. Brave Romans.
You move in that way.
Commander, at your service. Before glory.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
General. Glory awaits. Legionary
Hey,
cavalry.
pull away.
Jupiter gives us strength.
Time for you guys to push onto those.
Missiles awaiting targets.
Have I got a surprise for you? Cavalry, break that way. You break that way.
We await your command.
Right. These guys have gone.
Melee infantry ready.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yes. Sic Domine. Romans ready for duty. Melee troops awaiting orders.
You focus fire on those.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Didn't think they would stand very long. And those guys are crumbling. Archers pull away.
Proud Romans all.
You in on those. Right, those guys are going.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Nope. Don't fire, just charge. You pull away.
Commander, advance! Forward! Commander,
Change that.
Jupiter gives us strength. At your service.
Looks like we're still killing these, but never mind. Right, what we got to do now is
One of our
deal
units has used all its ammunition.
with the right, they're all gone. Just gonna,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
yeah, let's bring the archers up. Equities and cav up. Tarantines. We just need to take out down these.
Brave Romans to a man.
Okay, we're just going to speed it up a little bit. You might as well have some fun and kill those. Get a bit more experience. You go into there. You focus fire on them. Yeah, we're wrecking these. You've gone. You switch your attention to them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah. Right. These guys are quite literally dying. You. We are in battle. We lost 129. Lost a fair amount to friendly fire, but we barely scratched the impact on there. The artillery did very well. And down they go. And of course we're just going to occupy. And we've got Legio 15. And, well, and Legio 6. We've got traditions.
ready for battle.
I want you to come up
Advance.
alongside just to
Is that
protect.
all?
We're going to need to get our agent out here.
On the road again.
There we are. We've got a small Egyptian army there. I mean, Palmyra is going to be a good target because this could be a linchpin to take out these settlements here. And what we're going to do is, well, we're going to certainly repair that. Probably don't need an artillery. We'll just go straight for food. Take the artillery base down. I'll convert you to food. one thing I want to do straight away, if I can do it, is get the navy up here, because I would certainly like to take Salamis, because that will effectively give us a little bit of strength in this area. In fact, I think what we're going to do is do I have another navy? Yeah, I do. Okay. Bring this navy up to Alexandria. And what we could go for is a 2 navy attack on Salamis. How big is it? 16. Okay, it's not that bad. If we can have 2 naval bases here, that effectively gives us control of this area here. Yeah, that might be worth going for. I don't think there's those. Of course, I haven't done the technology yet because I only want to show you this. This is going to be the last technology that we're going to research in this campaign. I've completed everything else as far as I know. Yep. So we're just going to research that. We're just going to make our armies even more powerful. Now, I've done all the usual business for this off camera already. You can see generally overall the Empire is doing very well. I mean, obviously this is being a bit negative because we've got the constant assaults. I think I'm going to bring this army up into Jerusalem, just in case Nabatea get some idea that they think they can take Jerusalem. I'm just going to drop you in there. Because you can see at the moment the garrison in Jerusalem is still building up. It needs to be defended. You've got an army hanging around here, but I think they're leaving. They did come up for a look-see, and then I think they got the message. I think that's all we can do this turn, so what we're going to need to do is do those 2 military traditions. Yeah. So, never really look at anything else here, because the one that always interests me is campaign movement range. It's the best military tradition for armies. I mean, the more they can move, the better. Yeah. Campaign movement range and the offensive. There we got melee attack. Okay, so I'm just going to go for end turn. Okay, here we are. Increase in rank general. His abilities, agent exposed as well. Agent exposed. We've got missing supplies in Mauritania, but child is born, child is born, child is born. 3, 5. Daughter comes of age. Son comes of age. Ah. Slums. Wow, that was an oversight. That was due to the fact that I was knocking down and adjusting some buildings in this area. A bit of a fail there, never mind. And we've got I don't really need Empire maintenance research at the moment, because just to show you here, my Empire maintenance is still 0, so I can't actually see the point in building libraries at the moment. It's a bit odd, but that's the way it is. Right, I think this army, they should be able to get in and get ashore. And I want you on the move to Alexandria. Get you about here. And what we're going to do is move this army in to send a very clear sign to these Yozos that you're going to come through here. You're going to meet some strong opposition. I'm very tempted to go for Salamis. It looks like Egypt has put a small army in Palmyra. I mean, I don't really want to push here till this is solid, but Salamis is a good target, because by taking down Salamis, we will effectively have control over this area, because we have 2 ports here from the navies to operate from. Okay, let's see. How far can you move? You can get right to the edge. Yeah, we're going to go for Salamis. Move this navy up. So this is going to be a 2 navy attack, which could be interesting. I can't ever recall fighting or taking a settlement with just two navies. I mean, it will give us the massive majority. Yeah, I mean, and of course we're going to fight this. We're probably going to have to use the artillery ships as much as possible, and then we're going to have to try and defend this area going forward with navies. I don't really want to put an army on this island. Let's enjoy start deployment. Well, first things first, we go that way. For some reason this I've got a little bit of a, I don't think we're going to catch the navy, but we'll give it a go. I think we're going to line up these 2 sets here and keep the general out of trouble just for the moment. That's about it. I think just to make sure we'll just send these Yozos off the. Okay.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
You concentrate on them. You come up here. Keep our 2 admirals together back here. I mean, I'm not expecting. Oh, okay. Now, where's this? You come there. You come ashore there. Let's gather up the artillery. You come there. Right, artillery line up about here.
Set oars. Victory for Rome. Firepower ready. Romans ready
You
for duty. Destroy shore targets.
go in there. Right, I want a couple of volunteers. Get these in. Bring you there.
Artillery ships ready. Destroy shore targets.
Right, artillery. I think probably would be better off using standard shot.
Fire on the shore.
Well, that was a pretty good knock. Right, one is start getting a few of these over this way. Actually, what we're going to do is align. Yeah, we'll do it in 2 groups. You go ashore. What I want to do is draw their armies out into this area here, so we can literally bombard them with artillery fire. But at the moment we're doing okay here. Maybe we can. I think I'll just bring you ashore. Right, they're starting to move. down to 108. They're down to 139. Those very heavy Greek spearmen there are.
Artillery ships reporting. Artillery, fire on the enemy.
Oh, we managed to get some. In some ways it's not very fair actually, because these ships have unlimited ammunition. Down to 96. Okay. Right, these guys are still on flaming shot. Change those to solid shot. Now I want you guys just to sit there. Bring some more in. You just keep coming ashore. Here they come.
Artillery ships ready. Targets marked. Fire. Ships waiting. Attack.
Now I want you to stay close inland. You come up here. You land. Let's get the next lot ashore.
Ready for attack.
Just keep drawing them to this corner of the map. You say you're the bait. Right, the AI is doing its usual derpy thing. It's waiting for all the reinforcements to come in. It's going to speed up a little bit. You focus on them. You focus on these. And we're getting a nice angle firing.
Is turning in our favor.
Wow. Right, they're coming at us.
Romans ready for duty. Quick march.
Get a few more ashore. Okay, time for you to start focusing on the native troops. And what we're going to do now is, if I can get to the ships that I want. Oh, stop. Nope. 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 Stop.
Artillery ships ready. Cohors parati. Artillery ships reporting.
I want you to keep firing, idiots.
Attack. For Rome.
Okay, we'll do it this way. You, I want. Can't you land behind?
Ships waiting.
Okay, I was hoping. Oh, we can land just there. Okay, we're just gonna have to keep putting units ashore,
Double time.
and we're just gonna keep pounding them.
By your command.
I mean, I've put these out in front just basically to waste their ammunition. Okay, let's just keep sorting this out. Generals. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put about 4 of you ashore there. You, what are you doing on the battlefield? Okay, get a couple more ashore. I mean, the AI is really can be really derpy like this. You can game them left, right, and centre. Right, they're coming at us. Right, we got. I think we're going to need a bit more firepower up in that direction. And what have we got left here?
Assault ships ready for orders.
There's a couple more starting to break.
To the shore. Roma invicta.
Yeah, we do.
All men ashore. Ready for
Right, you've
orders.
taken enough damage. You pull back. 'Cause I don't want to lose you completely, not just at the moment.
Jupiter gives us strength.
Okay, you come up in front. How's my fleet that's going round behind?
Artillery at your command.
Okay, artillery, artillery, artillery.
Assault ships
You
attack.
can come over here. You can come away. Get away from my artillery.
Melee troops.
Okay.
By your command.
You back here.
Name of Rome. Legionaries.
You
At speed.
readjust. Form a
Legionary.
better front line. You just stay there. Right.
Assault ships ready for
Some more assault ships ashore.
proud Romans of
So getting units ashore can always be a little bit of a pain in the neck, but we're okay. What we're going to do is move these guys forward so that we can start to use their missiles.
melee troops.
We're going to move those out
Legionaries.
just a smidge further forward. Yeah, you can see getting the missiles in.
Ready for orders.
And got a few more units coming ashore. We've now got these that can land behind,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
and of course what we're going to do now is
Ready for orders.
bring these in on the flanks. Oi, cut it out, pop it.
Ships at your command. Artillery.
One of our
Artillery.
units has used all its ammunition.
Okay.
Reporting.
Now comes the tricky bit, because I think what we're going to do is use the artillery on the
At your command.
that. And what we're going to do now is start to advance these.
Sons of Mars.
Bring you up in reserve. We've got you coming in behind. And I want you out on that flank. Just to start splitting their forces.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Jupiter gives us strength. Melee infantry ready. Roma, ready for duty. Melee infantry at your command.
Keep using.
Legionaries, sons of Mars. Commander.
Okay.
Ready and waiting.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Time to start advancing.
Yours to command.
You go in this direction. You hit. Nope. Right, here comes the flanking force.
Ready for duty.
You over here.
Legionaries, we await your command.
You fire into the backs of these.
Jupiter gives us strength. Melee infantry. Legionaries.
You after those.
Proud Romans, all
And they've gone.
legionaries.
You in here.
Legionaries.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yep, thank you.
Orders. Tribunus.
Wait,
Legionaries. Glory to Rome. Ready for
all
orders.
these. Don't want anyone else chucking.
Ready your weapons.
No. You. There we are. End battle. Well, that's quite a nice, neat battle. We lost 94 troops. We killed 2,002 to friendly fire, which is pretty good, because that's what I was mainly worried about, was the artillery pounding my own troops. Most of the casualties were off our single little missile unit here, which I probably would replace over time. Decisive victory. And down they go, and of course we're going to occupy.
Fleet reporting.
Yeah, fleet reporting. If we can get you in a little bit closer. We've now got control of Salamis. Well, I think we can. That's public 12 public order. I think we'll keep the food. I actually quite like the extra garrison there. Kind of inclined. What do we get in the way of auxiliaries? What we got here? Armor 100, 96 charge bonus. What we got here? Oh, we got archers. What have we got in the way of archers? You're not particularly that good. You're not particularly that good. Upkeep cost 208. Range 175. They're all roughly 175. Cohors Sagatorium. Damasticorium. Armor penetration 7. Armor 70. I don't know, these guys could be quite useful because we're going to go up against some fairly tough archers. I think we're going to... I shouldn't have knocked this down, should I? Never mind. I think we're going to go with that in Tyros. This is actually giving me 12 public order, and so I think we're going to keep that. Minus upkeep for all land units local. 5. Provides a garrison of Italian swordsmen. I quite like the idea of this because this is only 14 and we can't change it. So I think maybe if we give them the extra garrison here, because this is going to have to defend with navies. For you. It looks like there's actually somebody around here who isn't actually at war with us. That's Bactria. We actually at war with Bactria. Yes, we are. Okay. They're a long way from home, though. And they're right over here. Okay. And I'm very tempted to push here, but I think we need to consolidate Tyros first. What we can do is just move you forward about there and you to about there, because you could get an army to come in through here, but they're still defending the settlement. So I think we could. I think we're just going to leave the army in Jerusalem for one more turn till that's done. So we've got that area there. Anything else of interest? We've got level worker right up here. That's only 2 public order, 2 squalor. Yeah, I think we can go with that. Child is born, faction joins war. So the Cimbri Confederation is now fighting Nervia, or the Nervi, sorry. I think the Nervi are being well and truly beaten up at the moment. So I'm just ignoring them. I'm not getting involved in here. It's just too far to send an army for cold fighting. You can see that they've already driven the Nervi out of Elba. So, and over here we got the Adrii as well. So I think no, I think this agent's a bit wasted here now. So I think we're going to pull this agent back down to here. Or yeah, we're going to pull the agent to about there. I mean, at the end of the day, Nervi live and die according to their own problems. And I think that's about it. I've got an army here. I just want to keep this army acting as a threatening force in case anybody gets any big ideas of coming over here. So what I've done is I've literally pulled my navies. So I think we're going to push this navy along the coast here. And I think we're going to keep this navy here at Kyrene, just in case, because I'm now leaving this area a little bit exposed. But technically everyone around here is a friend, in theory anyway. So. But I would like to have 3 fleets operating in this area, just in case. And I've just noticed the time. I think probably this is a good point to stop. Just going to have a quick skate through. That's it. Start from the wealthiest. You can see here Platinum is turning in 43,488 per turn, and with no empire maintenance, with no empire, you can see with no empire maintenance, I'm getting the full 43 point there plus taxes. You can see I'm getting nothing from slaves at the moment because I don't think I've got much in the way of a slave population. But you can see the difference of not having any empire maintenance makes it's incredible. Anyway, just going Gallia. Not seeing anyone with any major problems. Half tempted to get rid of that. It was Latinum with the slave. Aha, the slums. Never mind. Egyptus is coming round. See, look, we've only just taken Egypt, and it's already out giving us an income of 20,000 in their turn. I mean, this is how profitable you can make settlements here. I mean, we could push that up for more food, but we've got plenty of food at the moment, but then it could collapse at any moment. But a lot of that public order is actually coming from that army, so maybe not. Maybe there's a better place to build stuff. I mean, we've got here, I can't see the point of taking that up. And what we got here, that's 2 public order, 2 squalor. This one is that's building, so I think we can go with that. I mean, in some ways it's becoming a little bit of an exercise over how much we can make from one single province. We could take that up. That's going to give now maybe Arakinesis, Narbanesis. I think maybe this would be the good place to pick this up because we've still got room for the gladiator school. So we could probably. That's going to give us I think this is one of the problems. So you can, this would give us an extra 6 food, but to fix it we would have to build that. So I think that would be okay. Actually, Libya looks better than, so I think we'll cancel that, and we'll do that. In fact, I need this auxiliary barracks now in Libya. I don't think we do. I think I can make that into something a bit more profitable, and of course that will save a bit of food as well. And we're making got a forum there, so we're okay there. And okay, this alpine, 2 more, and you're going to produce some more extra food. Don't really need this anymore, so what's this? This is -3 food, and the public order here is good. I think we're going to convert that, because unless something really desperate happens, I'm not going to be operating up around this area here, so we don't really need that. I don't remember what it's called now. The supply warehouse, because it's, I mean, it's given us wealth, banditry, 140 salt, 5 grain, 1 salt, and so I think that can change. Caledonia, yeah, it's looking good. Lusitania is quite happy over here, nice and stable. Don't really want to interfere with that. Of course, Yathuda needs work, but we'll get round to that. And we've got plenty. Again, Slingdom, I'm going to leave as a supply warehouse, simply because this is still a potential hotspot. Yeah, Belgia. You're good, and I still want Istros. Okay, I think what we're going to do, last action of this video, we're gonna, who can we send out? We got any newbies? Yes, you can go to there and see if you can get Istros, and just gonna have a quick look down. Are you married? Yes. You're not. You get married, that would bring another member of the family into House Cornelia. You must have lost your husband. So, I mean, this family's getting really big. This one's not quite so big. And have a quick look through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, somebody is not married, or is married but telling lies. Okay. I'm not sure how we can have 6 wives unless one of them's married to somebody else who's not there. This is one of the problems. You can't tell in the plebeian family. The Cornelian family and the Junia family are, of course I've got this massive, my own massive family here. Oh, it shows deceased again. Wow. I mean, really, you should be married. We're only 17, so we'll get him married. And we got you. You're a new person on the block, so where can we send you? We'll send you to the Impera League. And right, let's just quick check of the political situation. 105, 95, 77. So most of that is coming from the fact that he hates barbarians, and we've got lots of treaties with barbarians. Should he die, then our new person coming, how old is he? He's 68, so he's not going to be with us much longer. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will keep pushing north in a kind of quasi-cautious way. What I will probably do is play a couple more turns off camera to get these armies up in position. So we got this army here is going to come through. We can bring this army up to a position, and then what we could probably do is push out, most likely take Palmyra, and then kind of that will open up this area here and provide a bastion there. And then of course we'll have to push north to Antioch. But that's all for the future, so until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.